In this video, we're going to show you the perfect itinerary for the Dolomites. One of the questions we get asked most is how to build the logistics to visit the main cities and most famous mountains, like Trento, Bolzano, and Cortina d'Ampezzo. To do this trip comfortably and truly enjoy it, we recommend at least 10 days. That's why we've prepared a super complete 10-day itinerary, with the best of the Italian Alps, detailed day by day. If you have less time, you can cut the Trento base, but it would be a shame. So let's get started. When is the best time to visit the Dolomites? This is the most important tip. The region has two clear seasons. The summer season runs from late June to mid-September. This is the only time for those who want to hike, see the green fields, and the unfrozen lakes. The cable cars and mountain pass roads will be open. The winter season runs from December to late March. This is the time for those who want to ski. The region becomes one of the largest ski complexes in the world. Avoid the shoulder seasons. The months of May, October, and November are the worst. Almost all cable cars, hotels, and mountain restaurants close. So, how will our 10-day itinerary work? The idea is to split the trip into 3 base cities to optimize your logistics. We'll stay the first 2 nights in Trento, the historic gateway. Then, we'll head up to Bolzano, the province's capital, where we'll stay 4 nights. Bolzano will be our base for exploring the famous lakes and valleys. And we'll finish the trip with 4 nights in Cortina d'Ampezzo, the queen of the Dolomites, to see the most famous peaks. Now, let's talk about transportation between cities. For this itinerary, renting a car is mandatory. There is no way to do this trip on public transport. Local buses are slow, infrequent, and don't take you to the main starting points for hikes or mountain passes. The best logistic is fly into a nearby airport. The best options are Verona or Venice. Verona Airport is about a 1-hour drive from Trento. Venice Airport is about a 2-hour drive from Cortina. You will rent the car at the arrival airport, keep it for your entire trip, and return it at the departure airport. The roads in the Dolomites are mountain roads, full of curves, but the asphalt is perfect. But be warned, do not drive inside the historic centers of Trento, Bolzano, and Cortina. These cities have ZTL, or limited traffic zones. Leave the car in your hotel's parking lot and explore the centers on foot. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. This itinerary has 3 base cities. In Trento, we recommend staying in the historic center, near Piazza Duomo. The city is flat and easy to walk. In Bolzano, the capital of South Tyrol, the ideal is to also stay near the center, in the Piazza Walter area. Bolzano is an excellent strategic base, as it sits at the junction of several valleys. In Cortina d'Ampezzo, the town is more spread out. Stay in a hotel along Corso Italia, the main street, to be able to walk to dinner. Cortina is the most expensive base of the 3, but the most beautiful. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region in each of these cities. If you stay in this marked area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here, on the QR code on the screen and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The good hotels in the Dolomites sell out 6 to 8 months in advance. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: Travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all attractions, good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, cheap car rentals, and the global account to carry money paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. Now, let's get to the day-by-day plan. Day 1. Arrival in Trento. Arrive at Verona Airport, pick up your rental car, and drive about 1 hour north to Trento. Check into your hotel. Spend the afternoon exploring the charming historic center of Trento. Start at Piazza Duomo, one of Italy's most beautiful squares, with the Fountain of Neptune and the cathedral. Then, walk to the Castello del Buon Consiglio. It's a huge medieval castle. The ticket costs €12 and is worth it for the frescoes and the city view. For dinner, find an osteria in the historic center to try the local Trentino food. Day 2. Trento, Muse, and travel to Bolzano. In the morning, visit Trento's most modern attraction, MUSE, the Science Museum. The building was designed by Renzo Piano and is spectacular. Inside, it's a super interactive museum about nature, the Alps, and dinosaurs, great for kids. The ticket costs 13 euros. For lunch, eat at the museum's cafe. In the afternoon, take your car and drive about 1 hour north to Bolzano. The highway is excellent. Arrive in Bolzano, the capital of South Tyrol, where most people speak German. Check into your hotel. Spend the late afternoon walking around Piazza Walter, the main square, and admire the Bolzano Duomo with its colorful roof. For dinner, go to a traditional beer hall, like Forsterbräu Central. Order a pork knuckle or a plate of canederli. A hearty dinner costs about 30 euros. Day 3. Bolzano. Alpe di Siusi. Today, we're going to one of the most magical places in the Alps. Drive from Bolzano for about 40 minutes to the village of Siusi allo Sciliar. Park at the cable car base. Take the Alpe di Siusi cable car. The ride-up costs about 28 euros round trip. You'll arrive at the largest high alpine meadow in Europe. It's a giant green plateau with wooden cabins and grazing cows surrounded by peaks. Spend the day on easy hikes. The area is mostly flat, perfect for families. For lunch, sit at one of the rifugi, the mountain huts. We recommend Bida Gamsblut, which is super authentic and has delicious food. A pasta dish costs about 15 euros. In the late afternoon, take the cable car down and drive back to Bolzano. Day 4. Bolzano, Val Gardena, and Seteda. Today is for the most famous view in the Dolomites. Drive from Bolzano for about 45 minutes to Ortice, the main village of Val Gardena. The town is beautiful, all wood and flowers. Park the car and go to the Ortice Furna Seceda cable car. This lift goes up in 2 stages to the Seceda summit, at 2,500 meters. The ticket is expensive, about 40 euros round trip. At the top, the view is otherworldly. You'll be on top of the sharp peaks that look like a stone ridge. For lunch, eat up top at Refugio Sofi, one of the highest and most famous mountain restaurants. In the afternoon, come down and stroll through the center of Ortice, which is famous for its wood carving shops. Drive back to Bolzano. Day 5. Bolzano, Lake Carezza, and Ozzi Museum. Today is a lighter day. In the morning, drive 30 minutes from Bolzano to Lago di Carezza. It's known as the Rainbow Lake. It's small, but its colors are unreal, and it perfectly reflects the Latemar mountain peaks. Entry is free. You only pay for parking. Return to Bolzano for lunch. In the afternoon, visit the South Tyrol Museum of Archaeology. The star of the museum is Ötzi, the Iceman. He's a 5,300-year-old mummy, found frozen in the Alps with all his clothes and gear. It's fascinating. The ticket costs 12 euros. For dinner, explore the restaurants on Via dei Portici in Bolzano. Day 6. The Great Dolomite Road and travel to Cortina. Today is for changing bases and doing one of the world's most beautiful drives. Check out of Bolzano. We'll drive the Grande Strada delle Dolomiti, the Great Dolomite Road. The direct drive to Cortina d'Ampezzo would take 2.5 hours, but we'll take all day. The road climbs through valleys and crosses incredible mountain passes. The first stop is Passo Pordoi. Take the Sas Pordoi cable car, which takes you to almost 3,000 meters. The view at the top looks like the moon. The cable car costs about 30 euros. For lunch, eat at a Refugio on Passo Pordoi. Continue driving to the most spectacular stop, Passo Giao. This is the most famous viewpoint. You park the car, see the small chapel, and have a 360-degree view of the mountains. It's breathtaking. In the late afternoon, drive down the pass and arrive in Cortina d'Ampezzo. Check into your hotel. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like the Seceda and Trento tolls sell out days before. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for the Val Gardena cable cars, for the Cortina lifts, and ski passes for winter, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. Day 7. Cortina, Tre di Lavaredo. Today is for the most famous hike in the Dolomites. Wake up early and drive about 45 minutes from Cortina to Refugio Aronzo. Be aware, the road up is a toll road, and it costs 30 euros per car. The parking lot at the top fills up early. When you arrive at Refugio Aronzo, start the loop trail around the Tre di Lavaredo, the 3 peaks. The trail is 10 kilometers total and takes about 3 to 4 hours with stops. It's a relatively easy, mostly flat hike, and the view is out of this world. Bring water and snacks. For lunch, you can eat at Refugio Locatelli, which is halfway and has the classic view of the 3 peaks. Return to Cortina in the late afternoon. Day 8. Cortina, Lago di Brais. Today we'll visit the most famous lake on Instagram. Wake up very early. From Cortina, drive about 1 hour north to Lago di Brais. The golden tip is, arrive before 9 a.m., or preferably before 8. The main parking lot, which costs about 7 euros, closes when full, and you'll have to park miles away. By arriving early, you'll get the lake empty, with the water like a perfect mirror, reflecting the mountains. It's surreal. The main activity is to rent the wooden rowboat. It's expensive, costing about 50 euros for 1 hour. But the photos are incredible. Spend the morning there, and on the way back to Cortina, stop at Lago Misurina, which is also beautiful and on the way. Spend the afternoon relaxing in Cortina and walking down the main street, Corso Italia. Day 9. Cortina, Cinque Torri, or rest. Today is a more flexible day. Option 1. If you still have energy for mountains, take the car and drive to Passo Falzarego. From there, take the Lagazoi cable car. The ride up is amazing, and at the top, you'll find tunnels and trenches from World War I, plus a spectacular view. Another option near Cortina is the cable car to Cinque Torri, 5 stone towers where you can also walk through open-air World War I museums. The ticket costs about 20 euros. Option 2, if you want to relax, enjoy the town of Cortina. Go shopping on Corso Italia or relax at your hotel's spa. Day 10. Departure from Venice. Today is the day to leave. Check out of your hotel in Cortina. Take the car and drive south towards Venice Marco Polo Airport. The drive from Cortina to the Venice airport takes about 2 hours. It's a beautiful drive down from the mountains. Return your rental car at the Venice airport and catch your flight home. About travel insurance. Essential and mandatory to enter Europe. You need coverage of 30,000 euros. Use the comparator in the link in the description to save money. Quick shopping tips. In Bolzano and Ortisei, buy wood carvings and alpine clothing. In Cortina, the shops are luxury. The best regional purchase is Speck, the smoked ham. And remember, tax-free on purchases over 70 euros. Validate at your last departure airport. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Subscribe and like the video for more tips. And how much does it cost to eat in the Dolomites? It's an expensive region. A Big Mac combo costs 11 euros. Beer costs 5 euros. A budget meal like a Speck sandwich is under 15 euros. A mid-range dinner is 50 to 70 euros per person. And remember the coperto, the table charge of 2 or 3 euros. The tip is not obligatory. And what to do at night? The nightlife in the Dolomites is very, very quiet. The plan is to have an early dinner and go back to the hotel. In winter, there's the après-ski culture, which happens in the late afternoon when people come off the slopes. And if you're traveling with children, this itinerary is perfect in the summer. They'll love Alpe di Siusi, which is flat, full of cows, and playgrounds. The Muse Museum in Trento is incredible for them. And they'll love all the cable cars and the train to the glacier. And to combine your trip, the entry and exit points are Verona or Venice. You can easily add a few days in one of those cities. You're also on the border with Austria. From Bolzano, you can drive 90 minutes and be in Innsbruck. If you liked this detailed Dolomites itinerary, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave your questions in the comments. Thank you very much and have a great trip.